Welcome back to DIY Mixers Crew. I hope everybody had a great week. I know I did. Today on Recipes Made Simple, we're going to use some throwback flavors here for this crunchberry custard that we're going to do. I'm really enjoying this vape. It's awesome. Short, steep time. I hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to jump right into this. Alright guys, in today's recipe, we're going to start off with TFA's Crunchberry Cereal. Next in the lineup, an old one, but a good one. TFA Cheesecake Graham Crust. I'm going to throw just a tad of Flavor Express lemon in there. INW Shisha Vanilla. Going to round it off with some TFA sweetener. And you guys are going to be surprised, even though I love my Capella's custard, today we're going to be using TFA's vanilla custard in here. Alright guys. Alright, so we're going to start off with the TPA Berry Crunch. This is a classic flavor offered by the Flavor Apprentice. You know, it's a nice mixed berry flavor with some underlying corn cereal notes and a little bit of tartness from the berries. I get a slight dullness from it, but overall, you know, it's a good flavor and can be fixed easily. In today's recipe, I'm going to be using this pretty high at 3.5%. Overall, though, I am really enjoying this recipe. I'm a custard fanatic, so really enjoying it. What's up, everybody in the chat? How's everybody doing today? Alright, next up in the lineup, TPA Cheesecake Graham Crust. You know, this flavor is going to really blend everything together. It's going to utilize the butter notes to accent the custard, the graham to add texture to the crunch berry, and we're also going to utilize the AP, this acetylpyrazine in there, to bolster the corn profiles of the TPA Berry Crunch. Now, this is an overall fantastic flavor offered by TPA, and today I'm going to be using it at 1.5%. Effie Lemon. Alright, Effie Lemon, you know, this is a strong, straight lemon flavor. You know, just like a fresh squeezed lemon. It's nice and bitter, tart, not very sweet in my opinion. This is going to lend a hand to brighten up the berry profiles in the berry crunch, going back to fixing that slight dullness that I get from the berry crunch. Now, I'm going to add just a drop or two per 30 ml to take away some of that dullness and make the overall recipe pop a little bit more, give it a little bit more brightness to it. You know, just a few drops. Now, I find that Effie Lemon doesn't fade as much as Lemon Sicily. Now, I do like Lemon Sicily. It's one of my favorite lemons, but Lemon Sicily kind of is a little bit more sweeter, and I really don't want that in the recipe because, you know, with the sweetness already from the TPA Berry Crunch, and we're also going to be adding the TPA sweetener in it. Now, next up is the INW Shisha Vanilla. You know, this is just a straight, fantastic vanilla flavor. It's very easy to work with in a lot of recipes when you want to add some nice, you know, light cream vanilla flavor without overpowering a recipe. It's so versatile in a lot of mixes. You know, this is going to support the vanilla and the creaminess in a vanilla custard. You know, I like using this anywhere from 0.25 to 1% in a recipe, and today I'm going to be using this at 0.25% in today's mix. Just a few drops to bolster those vanilla notes, you know, and add a little bit of creaminess to that custard. Next up, we're going to have TPA sweetener. You know, I'm going to throw some of the sweetener in today's mix to sweeten up the overall recipe and help tame some of those top notes from the lemon. It's going to help boost the sweetness and balance out the recipe overall. And today, I'm going to be using it at 0.5% in today's mix. Right. Lastly, TPA Vanilla Custard. Now, on the custard, you know, this is the reason why I chose TPA Vanilla Custard over Capella's, one of my favorites. You know, there's a few reasons. First off, Capella has a lot more egg, and I wanted more of a sweet, buttery, thick vanilla cream that borderlines almost an ice cream, and I feel that's where TPA kind of like pushes more towards. Now the TPA I feel blends extremely well with the berry crunch. The berry profiles, they push through a lot better in my opinion. I feel that with the Capella's, I've tried it with the Capella's Custard, and the berry profiles from the TPA Berry Crunch seem to get smothered and slightly muted from the heavy egg notes that you get from Capella's. Don't get me wrong though, I love my vanilla custard, but in this recipe I feel TPA works a little bit better. And today I'm really pushing this custard at 6% in today's recipe. And there is a lot of classic flavors in this recipe too. They've been out for a very long time, but these seem to blend very well together, creating a nice berry custard. Right. Let me add my PG, my VG, and then we will get to steep times. I already pre-added my nicotine to speed up the video a little bit. Alright, to go over the recipe while I'm adding the vegetable glycerin, we have TPA Berry Crunch at 3.5%, TPA Cheesecake Graham Crust at 1.5%, FE Lemon at 0.15%, Shisha Vanilla by Inuera at 0.25%, TPA Sweetener threw a 0.5% in there today, and TPA Vanilla Custard, I really pushed that to 6% in today's mix. Alright. Alright, steep times on this recipe. Now, I really enjoy a lot of my recipes right off the scale. I mean, that's how I develop, my recipes. But now, if you do want to let this steep, I would give it anywhere between 5 to 7 days steep time on this recipe, and it'll be good to go. Either way, I really enjoy this recipe. Before I get out of here, though, if you guys haven't joined the Facebook group, head over, join the Facebook group. I did make a comment about doing some clones of some e-liquids, some commercial e-liquids. There was a lot of people that got involved in that post. There was a lot of people that threw out some of the commercial e-liquids they would like to see get cloned. So what I'm going to do is I am going to randomize everything, because I'm not going to buy them all at once, because they're just going to sit on my shelf, and it does take a little bit of time to clone something. So what I was thinking about doing is doing some videos on cloning and cloning those recipes. So I'm going to pick out one of the e-liquids, the commercial e-liquids. I'm going to order it, and then maybe sucker in one of the other mixers out there to come on camera with me. We're going to sit down, we're going to break down the recipe, teach you guys how to clone an e-juice. It's going to be a lot of fun, maybe in the next couple weeks. But, other than that, guys, I really enjoy this recipe. Check it out. I'm going to post it up on ELR and ATF for you guys. And also, towards the end of this video, I always throw a recipe card up there if you guys don't have access to that. Other than that, guys, I really appreciate you guys stopping out today. Remember to create, inspire, and learn. Till next time, see you next time.